What's up, Ruthless Nation? We're here for another Thursday night with the Pro Series taking on Kansas. And it's going to be a highline, action-packed race here for the Season 3, Race 6 edition of the Ruthless Racing series on the Ruthless Racing YouTube channel. So thanks to everybody who will tune in or who is tuning in. Much appreciated. We'll get going here just in a few as qualifying just finished up. Hey, we got JD up in here. JWoww wants to hop in the booth. Okay, I got you. I'll get you in here, JWoww, don't worry. Okay, here's the deal, JWoww. I don't have you as a friend. I don't think. But you are welcome in here. I'll try to get you in here. I'll get you in here. My PSN is B_new_Stu25. Alright, cool. We'll get JWoww in here. I think we're getting that set up. Skew car into his A. Lines up a million. Let's go. Thursday night, Ruthless Racing Pro Series from Kansas. Make sure you hit that like button for us. Getting JWoww in the booth. There we go. We got it. Got Monkey in here. Where's Favre at?
We're here.
Hey, there's JWoww. There we go.
What's going on?
What's happening?
Just been watching the. Sorry, I didn't have a setup ready because I haven't been on the game for a little over a month, but.
Yeah, well, I think we're in for a good one here. I'm gonna get you an invite. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're
It's gonna be a
joining.
good one then. We're live, so we go right now.
Yeah, we're live. We're getting ready to go green.
Okay, sweet.
All right, I think they're going green. We're gonna get in there just a little bit late, and we'll see who got that Mana Peach Polo Award. I think it might have been the 14. Not quite sure. This thing took its sweet time loading in. But there we go.
Doing the same thing.
We are live. That's going to be the first lap complete right there. And here's your Pro Series taking on Kansas. Got JWoww in the booth with me. And I think Hollywood was your Mina Peach Polo Award winner. If I'm not mistaken, use code RR11 on minapeach.com for 11% off your order. Shout out to Ingletown. And you see that high line coming into effect. You see all those cars up there. We got us a hot seat out here tonight. Alex in the 77, your Tuesday winner in the Pro-Am Series. First Ruthless win.
I've been behind on who's been winning lately, so I don't know if you catch me up on.
It's been MJ, pretty much. Oh, got the 24 back in here to the wall. Got a lot of guys getting around. That's Death Before Dishonor grabbing some wall there. That's something that we'll see tonight. See the 9 of Kenrod getting out of whack. Gets Ingletown in behind him.
It seems like the top 7 are starting to pull themselves away as they're just trying to ride, knock some laps down, trying not to knock the wall down while they're doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got Rico up in the chat. It's all good, man. We got JWoww up here tonight. Come by next week if you get the chance. As we're riding with MJ Bross right now up there in the 4, riding second. We also got us some drivers back. Got Hollywood leading, MJ behind him, Typical in 3rd in the 10, Henson in the 18 and 4th in the 15 of Jason, rounding up the top 5. We got DK Brown there in the 8 and Billy in the 99, ready to attack in a moment's notice.
Oh, we got a car on the wall. It looks like the 8 car. He's still on the wall.
I was just looking at him. Yeah, he goes back behind Billy there.
Yeah, that kind of helps out the 3 car of JCR Scotty because he was trying to hold on to their draft of the top 7 pulling away, and this kind of helps them as they're not too much intact right now. So these next 4 cars of the next pack are going to catch right back up if they keep running the laps.
Yeah, something I'd like to point out is we'll watch Hollywood this lap from the lead is how he's running that front stretch compared to the rest of them guys. And then still being clear whenever they go back up to attack in turn 1. It's been interesting to see. I've seen him do a few laps now. As he dives all the way to the... Or he was doing that. He's not doing it this time. He was diving all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, if I back when I was used to lead around here at Kansas, I don't want to go all the way to the bottom because I felt like, as we got some cars on the wall, I think that's typical. I feel like we didn't want to go all the way to the bottom because somebody could have just take the draft and go on the high side, and then you're left on the bottom going because you're not going to be in the preferred lane.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Saying, Typical was getting in the wall earlier.
Henson took a little shove there off 4, got him way low.
top two are trying to pull away, but I believe if the next pack gets stacked back up, they're gonna draft right back up to them.
Oh yeah, once you get working with a few guys here on this high side, you can catch just about anybody. It's definitely something that Hollywood and MJ want to work on, is trying to stay consistent while all these guys are fighting with each other.
See, if I were Hollywood at this point, I would know if Mike would be right behind me. So I would just kind of, this would be the time where, if you want to pull away from that pack, then you could start diving to the bottom of the apron on the front stretch to try to pull away from the pack. But I believe this draft is so strong, it kind of really doesn't matter unless you have such a big, maybe 8/10 lead.
Oh, we get maybe Alex back there into the wall.
Yeah, it looked like he just got a little tight there getting in the entry of the corner, but he got it straightened back up. Nothing too bad.
All right, 2 pits will be required in every stage tonight, and that is what these guys are kind of just sitting in order for, as they know that will be the key to being in it to win it at the end of the stage, is having clean pit stops.
Do we have a confirmation if anybody's streaming?
Yes, Inteltown.
POD. Okay.
Alright, looks like everybody's just kind of sitting in order, and now these guys have caught back up to the leaders, as typical becomes a part of their pack. So we got some guys back here in the back, Inteltown, G-Dog, Kenrod, Death Before Dishonor, we saw him get in the wall a bit ago. Big Ben possibly just not having the knot that he wants, but a lot of time left to change your knot for sure.
Yeah, a lot of racing left. Like you seen earlier, a couple cars that got in the wall, it didn't really affect them. I believe this car can kind of hit the wall a little bit better than the old cars. It would kind of sling you out and then cause more wrecks. But this one, it's pretty much a tank, really.
Yeah, I agree, and it's very tricky on the entry of this turn. If you give it too much throttle or too little throttle, you'll just drift right up to the wall. See, Jason
side by side.
Yeah, gets down on the inside there.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be all the way good on the pack unless he finds a gap in the middle, which this draft is too strong. I feel like he's going to try to fall in line with 3 car.
Yeah,
yep, falls right back on.
Scotty there. Oh, we get one.
The 99 car loose.
Yeah, 99.
Is Scotty gonna get a 3-for-1 right here?
Scotty not going to be clear, but it's going to be tied up into the 8. DK in the wall, and he'll drag it. Talking about the Darlington stripe. No, this is Kansas. All right, that's drawing us door to door and almost 3 wide here.
Yep, this is just stage 1, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, another contact with the 8 and the 15 car. I believe he was just trying to fit in line or try to get a little bit of that quarterfinal side draft.
Things are getting dicey out here. Still 2 pit stops to make.
I think Mike's looking high. He got on his outside. That's like I was saying. You don't want to get too comfortable riding in the lead because you could get that second place leader has that draft and hops right on the outside if you leave that outside door open.
This could have been a move by Hollywood to maybe save a little bit. Running out front the whole time.
Yeah,
could be. Burn it up a little bit. As they're still working towards getting to that first pit stop. I think a lot of guys are going to be pitting this time by.
No signals on what I'm seeing. Oh, yep, there it is. They're signaling going to the bottom of the track right here. I believe that's Hollywood and the 77. The rest of the cars are still going to be in line going for at least another lap.
All right, if everything went good there, that could be one of the moves of the race in stage number 1.
Yeah, a little trick I would try to do if I was running in second place and we're coming up on pits. I know the leader would be a little bit he'd be too comfortable, just thinking I'd be right in line with him, and then I would kind of pass him within a lap as we got more cars coming to the pits. I believe everybody's getting slowed up right here, but I'd try to pass him like maybe a lap or two right before pit cycle, and that's how I get that lead. And then because an extra car length coming into the pits and coming out of the pits could mean a lot.
Yeah, and that's something that we saw Mike do there. I don't know if maybe Hollywood dropped back or Mike just took him over for that kind of strategy. Henson,
yeah, it's just little games you could play.
Henson, Typical, Jason, they're all coming in along with Billy. That's going to be your last of the rest. So we got Hollywood. He is on track, and he will be coming around the pit road here, and we'll see if he's able to beat Scotty and Mike and all them out. They are just now coming off to the apron. I think this is going to be a nice look for Hollywood here, as Scotty was able to beat MJ off pit road. We see down there.
Yeah, must have had a great pit stop there. As DK's gonna try to fit in with that 77. The 77's looking low, try to pass both of them at the same time, get that momentum.
That would be Alex coming out here, cycling up to second. We got to see if the other group, how they look coming off pit road here. They are just now getting off onto the apron. That's going to be a good move by Hollywood. Typical, I think, maybe going to be close here on this cycle. It is him looking to merge.
Car slowing down. Something happened.
We'll hop on with Scotty, and don't see much going on too wild. I think these guys will get like packed back up.
Typical had a great entry and exit right there, as he's able to sit in second place, even staying out I believe 2 to 3 extra laps.
Yeah, he stayed out 2 longer than Hollywood, and then cycles back into second. Yeah, definitely Typical, one of the toughest people on and off pit road for sure.
Definitely a great position to be in, because he has the freshest tires. Even though it's maybe 1 or 2 laps more, that still matter.
I think Hollywood's going to go for his second pit right now, and that's going to be a move.
At Billy as well, aka Speed Clinic.
Oh, we got the 17 around trying to get onto pit road, but he'll be able to collect it.
No caution.
G-Dog there. Little pit road issue. Hollywood down on pit road. I think this might play into Typical's ballpark if he stays out there a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this 14 strategy, because he's going to be losing out on a lot of time not being in the draft. Even though he's not in like a 3 car, he's going to be running his laps by himself. It's still going to be slower compared to being in like a 3 or 2 car draft. And those start adding up as the run goes on.
I think we saw Alex go into pit as well already.
Yeah, so if you're on this Typical Scotty or Mike RPM strategy, you're kind of riding the seat where you want to be in. Just got to nail another pit stop and should be able good from there for the rest of the stage.
Well, now they have a lot of room with the laps down now, everybody, and it's going to be very pertinent for those guys that pit to not see that caution flag wave. Right now, your top 3 looking at Typical in the 10, 3 of Scotty, and the 4 of MJ. Looks like Kill It Like Jason might be in 4th there. Typical signaling to pit.
And Scotty's coming in as well.
I think MJ is going to keep her out there.
Yeah, I think this is more of trying to get a cleaner Oh, Scotty kind of pushed it there. I believe for Mike, it's going to be kind of. He didn't want to come behind two other cars, so if he runs another lap, it's going to be a cleaner entry for him. He can push it as hard as he without worrying about another car ahead of him.
Yeah, he's still got, I think, 3 cars behind him that have not pit yet.
But the more laps he's going to run by himself is it kind of losing time, as I believe. As he's coming down the pits right now.
Yeah, this is a good move by him. Still got that lap down on everybody but Typical.
Yeah, I don't know if Scotty sped there. He was pushing it. Yeah, he sped.
I thought I saw him get in there a little warm.
But I want to keep our eyes on this Mike's car.
All right, I'm on with Typical. He is out, merged up into traffic now.
Looks like a very long stop. I don't know if he may have sped or he's taking 4 tires right here.
I imagine that most guys would, at the most, take right sides.
Yeah, it wasn't the speed. I believe he took 4 tires, but I don't know how the tires are going to hold up to the end of the stage. Yeah, it looks like he's about a half a track behind.
Trying to get up to Mike here. Right now our leader is Jason with the pit stop still remaining.
And he is coming down the pits right now.
Alright, so we'll see who that cycles around to the lead. I'm thinking
should be Typical.
Oh, it is DK with no pit yet.
Oh, no pit.
And we might be seeing him go down this time. If not, it can't be much longer. So that shows you Typical is just ahead of the lead, or just on the lead lap here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be very many laps left, but if the 14 can get the Billy and Henson connected with them and try to draft up to the 10, that's it. That would be his best strategy right now, because that's about 2-3 second gap right there.
DK looks like he's going to continue to run this car. As be 8 to go when they go by this time, I believe. Here in stage number 1. Looking back to Hollywood, he has Henson and Billy pushing him. First man on and off pit road, both stops.
Yeah, 18's really going to need to get behind the 14th bumper and just push him as much as he can. Is he looking like he's going to... Nope. 14 shuts the door. But if they could cut that track as much as they can, make as much time...
Hollywood in the wall.
Yeah, just a little kiss.
He's got some good company behind him. Was able to hold up for him a little bit.
But Typical having a little bit of draft from DK is helping him actually. Just having that car right behind him is helping him having the draft light right on him. As we're having a 2v3 right now until DK pits, I believe. Unless... Oh!
DK maybe a little shaky there.
Yeah,
he's going to look to pit.
Yeah.
I think Typical
has no choice but to pit.
I think Typical's the only car on the lead lap until these guys go around here.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that brings the battle back up to the front with Typical. And he's got 3 cars in tow. It's Hollywood, Henson, and I forgot who the other was.
So he's left all on an island by himself. But he's Hollywood's going to need a lot of help to try to get up there. That's a lot of time to make.
They are catching him a little bit, do believe, but now without DK being there. But these laps are few. See DK coming out around the bottom side. And that might cycle him back into the top 10 there around 6th or 7th.
Yeah, leader should be coming to 3 to go right here as he crosses the line. Which that is a lot of time to make up at 3 to go. I don't know if Henson's going to realize that and just try to make a pass for it to try to make up on stage points here. Because at some point you're going to have to accept it and start making time for yourself, making up points.
Exactly. Alright, so I don't think these guys are going to have it. It'd take getting into the wall for typical here, I think.
Yeah, as you see, the 14 is going to start trying to block the high lane. You're going to try to see a slide job here by the 18. He's going up there.
He got it.
Oh,
But he's going to be tight off of exit, drawn back door to door here for second place. Hollywood takes over second place going into 3 and 4. Another little bitty slide job here towards the middle of the turn, and that didn't work out for Henson.
18's going to have momentum here if he gets his draft. I don't know. He's going to try to... I'd try to fake him low, go high.
All right, it's 1 to go here in stage number 1. Typical is your leader. But the battle is heating up for second. Another slide job.
He's in position. He's in position right now. He's going to have to make it work coming in 3.
It's the last lap. Hollywood going up for the slide job. Not going to be quite clear, but they're going to get nose to tail.
What a slide job.
Hollywood's going to be able to hang on for second place here in stage number 1. Typical, your winner. Henson coming in 3rd. There's a good battle there up front.
That definitely was.
As we will try to get your top 10. Alright, so we get Typical winning that stage. Hollywood in 2nd. Henson in 3rd. Let's see. Billy in 4th. Alex rounding up your top 5. Jason, Shepard, DK Brown, MJ, and Town rounding up your top 10. There in stage number 1. Got JWoww here in the booth with us. Make sure you check out SKU2 with TOO on YouTube. And yeah, shout out to MinaPeach.com. Hollywood, your Mina Peach Award, Pole Award winner tonight. We'll get going with stage number 2 here, so we'll let JWoww take you on this wild adventure for the first few laps of stage number 2 with Typical and Henson on the point.
All right, boogity, boogity, boogie. As we start in stage 2. Let's see. Oh, already a little bit of contact with the 10 and 18. They did have some beef after the championship of last year, but I don't know if it's still settled between them. As we're going side by side, Hollywood's looking for first. That draft train's going to try to get him on the outside. 18's he's into the 14.
Oh, huge wreck out of 3. It's going to be Billy. That is going to be a caution.
And that's just the first lap of the restart. Yeah, I believe the draft train's on the outside, and Henson got a little bit low. He made some contact with the Hollywood, and just shot him right back up the track.
Alright, I think I got word that this will now be 1 stop under, or 1 required stop left in the stage, as this was only a 37 lap stage.
Yeah, looking at the replay, I believe he got hooked into the 14, just trying to side draft him. Because that does happen. Once you get into a quarter panel, it does kind of hook the wheel and you have nowhere to go. You're just along for the ride.
All right, here we go. Try it again here in stage number 2. MJ Hollywood on the point.
Yeah, Mike's the new leader as of now. Oh, it looks like JCR Scotty did not have a good getting up through the gears right there. He's going to be at a bad position trying to go into the next couple corners on the bottom lane. As he fits his way in, though.
All right, another crazy restart. Everybody on the bottom. Everybody survives the exit of turn 4. And looks like everybody's starting to get in line.
Yeah, I think they realize it's a long race. Henson's looking on the outside of the 48.
Oh, Shepard.
He's making a stick. 48 is going to need a... Nope, it's plugged up.
Yeah, he's not going to get back up in that top line.
Yeah, he just left a little bit of that door open, and Henson just took it, which is a very, very smart move if you're trying to make up spots here. It's little moves like that get you back up to the front.
For sure. Still a little shaky through the middle of the pack, but thanks to all 13 of you who are watching. Make sure you hit that like for us and subscribe, so you will be partly eligible for the free diecast giveaway here in a couple weeks at Bristol. And trust me, you want to be a part of that to try to win that diecast.
I believe Typical got a little bit tight in the lap previous, as he's looking low to try to pass Hollywood already.
Yeah, Typical going to make it work. He's going to make it work.
He does.
He puts it right up into a car-sized hole between MJ and Hollywood, basically. Alright, so we got everybody lined up. Looks like kindly orderly until we get about to 6th place. 7th place back there. I'm gonna get on board with somebody back here. DK's right in the middle of it all. Billy was hard into the wall earlier off. I guess Henson kind of got turned a little bit.
It looks like they're all just trying to get settled out. The main pack is pulling away by the first several cars.
We have a question. Did Ty just drive past Hollywood? He did do that while they were all just up there racing. I don't know. When you make that slide job work, you can't let off the throttle. You got to diver it in there. But so far, so good here for the high side drive at Kansas. We see DK and we've seen Death Before Dishonor expired engine here this evening.
Oh no.
On board with Shepard here for a bit. Ruthless Pro Series veteran, 3rd season.
Yeah, they're all just trying to get lined up. Oh, the 3 car got a little bit of piece of that outside lane. Outside wall, should I say.
Looking at Alex, he's had a real good race, being Tuesday's winner. He finds himself a little bit in no man's lane right here. Right between the 2 packs. But he will be that bridge that will connect all these cars back together. You see, they catch them quite quickly. Everybody's right back in the racing order. As we will see what that lap count is once we get down to about 18 to 17 to go. These guys can pit and make it. As we're looking at 25 remaining right now here in stage number 2. We could have seen some of these guys not pit there on that caution.
I think the 4 car of Mike Frost did not pit. That's how he got the lead. But I feel like Henson's looking a little bit higher. He's letting through. I think he's just trying to give him a peek right there. But yeah, I believe Mike didn't pit on that last restart, which gave him the lead, and he's gonna have to pit maybe a lap or 2 before everybody else.
Well, if he pits 19 to go or earlier, he will not make it on fuel. I mean, he probably could, but it would be very difficult and probably not the route he would be wanting to take. With the caution laps, I think maybe that first pit stop, might have nullified that.
Yeah.
And kind of put him right back on the same strategy with everybody. Mike, he knows how to handle these cars. He has a car on the game, so he knows what he's doing out here. So we take a look deeper.
See everybody would go a little bit higher on the front stretch because you want to protect that. Like I said earlier, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be too comfortable. So you kind of ride that higher line in the front stretch just to block the other cars ahead of you.
Yeah, I agree. We'll look a little deeper here into our top 5. Got Mike, Typical, Hollywood, Scotty, and then Henson rounding up your top 5. But they ain't alone. The rest of the top 10's right there, ready to make a move if necessary. And we still got that pit stop to go. As we're looking at the lap count now, as they cross by that time, that would have left 21 to go. So we should start seeing pit stops within the next 3 to 4 laps for some people if they're trying to get on and off early. But with that pit stop on the caution, a lot of these guys could stretch it a little further. Nonetheless, I think tires are going to be necessary for every pit stop here. As these guys are just, trying to get to that pit stop.
Yeah, that pit stop is really what separates the field, and it's like almost any race it separates the field by a fairly wide margin, and I won't say it separates like the bad drivers from the good ones, but it just separates it to where then you could start racing after that. Because right now it'd be very hard to start racing as the Hollywood's blocking the 3 car just to not take away his line on the high side.
Alright, pretty interesting to see how these pit stops will cycle back out. Now, no Typical, I think he's going to be the one who stretches it. DK is down on the inside. Oh, I'm sorry, not DK, Scotty on the inside.
He's looking low. He's going to have to try to make a stick on the slide job or something.
He is door to door with Hollywood there. I don't think he's going to have it.
I believe he went more the conservative route. If he knew he probably wouldn't have made a slide job work, so he would have lost more time. So he accepted that he was going to have to lose a spot or 2 right there, take a little bit of higher entry.
I think we're going to see some guys diving it in here. I think Billy, one of those guys, MJ.
There's Mike, he's been.
Yep, I knew he would be on a part of that first group.
Billy and Middletown.
Alright. Yep, Ben and Middletown with Billy there behind Mike on to get service. Moves Hollywood up to second behind Typical, who is now your leader. Henson third and Scotty fourth. Looks like Jason will move up to fifth there on those pit stops, with their own pit stops still remaining. A high side here. Don't think Hollywood. Oh, he got clear.
Yeah, I think Henson lifted a little bit because I believe that's just a little bit of racecraft. You don't want to push the issue too early because then it's still stage 2.
Yeah, still a pit stop to get through in the stage. Maybe you could be a little more aggressive there if you didn't have that pit stop to worry about.
Yeah, and then you kind of start losing time to the people that did pit if you start racing a little bit more. Right now, you just want to click off clean laps because there's other people trying to do a different strategy, and you are just helping yourselves if you don't just race each other.
All right, looks like we're going to have some guys maybe going in right here. Typical going to be a part of it. Scotty, the 18's a little high for a pit, but he's going in. They're going to get together.
Oh,
and I don't know if Henson got in there or not.
Yeah, he pushed it. We'll have to see.
I think he might have got speeding there. I think Hollywood would decide to go down now. Jason probably follows suit. And that is the case. And that looks like a good pit from the 14 and the 15. Consecutive numbers, 1-2 at the moment. All right, so everybody else is still on. He did make it. Yeah, he's going to come out with the rest of that group.
They're all coming out as a pack, which actually helps them coming off of it. Except you don't want to be side by side coming out of the apron right here, because you want to be lined up to the cars that are doing the different strategy. As Mike, as you see, the different strategy has him about a 2-second lead, 3-second lead right now.
Yep, that's going to look good for Mike. We'll see what that battle to Hollywood's going to look like when he comes off pit road here. It's got Billy pit earlier than the rest of those guys too. That's going to help him. This is not going to be that great for the 14. Don't believe. You can see him. They're just passing him right up right now. He has nowhere to get in. Hollywood looking to get in there somewhere. He's not going to be able to do it. He finally gets in, I think about 10th. Alright, so Typical gets beat by Henson on pit road. Now those two are now chasing down Billy, who pit a little earlier. And we are 3 wide back here with Hollywood. So he's making moves to the inside around the 8 of DK Brown. Slide job in order off of 4. Makes it work. Alright, it's a little battle there as Hollywood tries to battle back up the pack. Typical making moves to the inside. So we try to find our engine noise.
Yeah, he got in the wall on entry right there. I think he was trying to make the move before Henson made the move, because then that would put him in the position for the lead. But as you see, Henson's losing momentum because he's not completing that slide job, but he's getting a little bit of help with Typical with that draft. He's going to have to complete it here.
This is not going to be good as he got Scotty going up to help Billy, and that's going to leave Typical out to dry as Henson's able to complete his slide job.
Yeah, he may have helped Henson, but it did hurt him.
Yeah, that's where a little bit of that bad blood might come to the to the tongue.
Billy's in the wall.
Oh, Billy is in the wall, and he is slow way up into the wall, and that's going to hurt nobody but him, I think. It's a good job there by the 99.
We gotta maybe change for the lead.
There we go. Henson putting the slide job on Mike. We're looking at it off the view of Typical as we try to find Henson here. He is now your leader. Oh, the 14 breaks loose way down to the low side there.
Almost had a double slide job action right there with Typical and Henson, but Typical couldn't complete it.
Here comes Scotty to the inside. Got Hollywood there as well. Scotty not going to be clear.
Where did he come from?
I'm telling you, he tried to do it against 2 of them. Typical back down to the inside of Scotty now.
This could work for Typical if he didn't dive it up deep enough.
I think we're looking 3 wide here off of 2. 3 wide gets back in order. Top 5 have been dancing all around.
Yes, the synchronizing slide jobs. I mean, this is awesome. This is some racing right here.
I'm trying to get that laps to go here.
Yeah, should be getting about the next 5 seconds. 7 to go.
Here we go. These guys are fighting for it all in stage number 2.
Dude, these are the little games you're going to have to play here coming down to the end of the stage, because you know the slide jobs is going to be hard to come by unless you're about 2nd or 3rd place when you have a big gap ahead of the next car. So like right here, you see how Henson's going to have a higher approach coming in the front stretch to try to block that momentum. So you want to kind of play a little bit of games here, maybe go low, maybe hope they take the bait and then you go high on the front stretch. Because completing a slide job at this point, when everybody's in the draft, it's going to be near to impossible unless you really got that car.
All right, as they cross the line this time, it'll be 5 to go in stage number 2. Henson, your leader. MJ second. Scotty in third. Typical fourth. And Hollywood rounding up your top 5. These guys were dancing some laps ago, but it's kindly calmed down. But I imagine it's about to pick right back up. Also, I think JWoww wins term of the week, synchronized slide jobs.
I stole that from the comments.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, that was Skew Car. He
Oh,
said
okay.
that's a great term right there, though.
Yeah, usually whenever he likes something.
Synchronizing slide jobs.
Yeah, usually when he likes something, he'll post it in the in the chat. But this one's him. He won the term of the week.
Yeah, that approach off the front stretch is only going to get higher and higher from here as the laps start closing down.
Yeah, 4 to go now.
Yeah, just watch how Henson's going to... He knows he's in prime position. He has the fresher tires. But Mike, he's going to have that draft, so he's going to try to take the bait. It's a little higher than you expect to somebody on a normal lap, but here comes Typical. Does not go for it.
These guys are definitely going to start working for that, as there'll be only 2 to go when they get to the line. And you can only imagine that it's going to heat up.
Oh, Typical right in the wall. He's trying to get all he can get. But this could help him on the draft. I maybe a little too far back for the next car, but I believe the next turn, if he can have a big run, this actually could work out well for him if the 3 car can't pull off this slide job.
Yeah, this is going to be big for Scotty to pull off with 2 to go. He's not going to be clear. That's going to move Hollywood and Typical up, I do believe. That move will not work for
fit it in.
4 to 3, yeah.
I believe this is the last lap of the stage we're coming up on.
That's right. It will be the last lap of stage number 2. Can Henson get it done?
What is he going to do? I think he knows he can't get it done on this lap right here. He's going to have to wait. Hopefully that Mike does something on this next lap, and he's going to have the high lane coming in 3 and 4 and have momentum.
All right, last lap of the stage. They're coming down the backstretch here. Henson's your leader. Will we see the slide job come out? It will not happen here in 3 and 4. I think everybody might be content with where they're at.
Yeah. That's understandable, though, because if you can't perform that slide job, you're going to be missing on 3 or 4 spots. And that's
huge wreck
that's a lot of
across the line. Oh, yeah, we just keep plowing them up. Let's go. That's the end of stage number 2.
Like I was saying, if how Henson was in the lead and Typical was in third, if Mike would have dove down to try to get the slide job off of going in turn 3 and 4 and not complete it, Typical was going to have the momentum. Third place is always going to have the momentum going to the next corner, because if he's going to stay in the high lane and possibly try to make something happen coming to the front stretch.
Yeah, 100%. That was stage number 2, everybody. And that'll be Henson, MJ, Typical, your top 3. Hollywood, Scotty rounding up the top 5. DK Brown, Billy, Jason, Eneltown, and Big Ben rounding up your top 10. We're going to get going from Kansas. Check out Skew Car, Skew2, TOO on YouTube. And shout out MinaPeach.com. Thanks to JWoww for being up here in the booth. Henson, stage 2 winner and your point sitter here for stage number 3. Typical right out to the outside. MJ, Hollywood, and then Scotty, your top 5. And they don't mess with much time getting down on the low side. Not going to be able to happen between Mike and Hollywood here. Billy might be looking in a dangerous spot here.
Yeah, his best luck is gonna try to find a gap. Hopefully somebody checks up and he can just have a car link just to fit his car in there. But right now he doesn't seem anything. Maybe Eneltown, he's gonna check up right there. DK got in the wall. Oh, that's a little bit. He just pushed him down the track. Nothing big. Oh, we got more contact, man.
Billy's back there in all kinds of trouble. But I think they sorted it out. Oh, a little bit off the wall there, maybe. All right, still got 2 pits here, and this is going to be about on the money. with the burnout rule tonight as well. So we will end the 1 lap early. And, yeah, those tanks are going to be, like, right on the money. So we're going to see these guys run 2 17, 18 lap runs out towards those pit stops.
Yeah, if I was any of these drivers, like if I was in third, fourth, fifth, I'd kind of just ride in a little bit lower gear if I did have that option, just to run a little bit extra laps if I could, 1 or 2, and maybe try to take a little bit less fuel if that was an option. But even just having 1 or 2 fresher lap tires could mean the world, especially trying to perform a slide job on a car with older tires.
Henson's
a couple cars on the wall back here. I believe. Trying to figure out who that is. I believe that's a 45 car actually. Big Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
He's having a good run earlier.
And that's going to put him in danger of losing everybody.
Yeah, we got a heavyweight battle up front. We got Henson, Typical, and Mike Bross, especially Hollywood and JCR Scotty.
Yeah, all in
the
your
class
top
of the
5
field.
here. Yeah, these guys have been at it all night, and they're trying to close it out right here. Henson, last night we saw him win an FTR. Maybe he's trying to go back to back against Typical. He won last night at New Hampshire. And kind of the same old song for him, except for he won stage 2 here. But kind of just had to float around in the back and get up there, and then he made it work.
Yeah, momentum is pretty big, especially in like I would run smaller leagues just to pass time. If I wouldn't run in a league during that specific day, I would go on NASCAR Heat Community just to try to find a league just to get momentum, because confidence is such a big thing coming into these races.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you feel like you had a good car last night. You done good last night. You feel like you bring that same kind of focus, to the next race. Although that, it's totally different monster.
Yeah.
Between New Hampshire and here. Oh, we
got in the wall back there, or I believe Jason got in the wall.
Yeah, they all got out of whack back there out behind the top 5.
Yeah, it seems like Billy hasn't been able to catch a break back there. He was running up front if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he has been up front tonight.
Yeah, it's just I believe he's had a little bit of trouble in traffic and maybe not getting in and out of pit road as he wanted to. But if he can get back to this main pack or the second pack right here, catch up to that 48 car, and he'll have a good chance of catching back up to that main pack, which still will give him a shot to win this race. So, but he's right on that tail of that draft.
Oh, 15 up into the wall. It caused a little incident between him and Alex.
Yeah, he's been getting tight all this whole run, as he got tight a couple laps ago. Kind of spread this pack up a little bit.
Top 5 still sitting pretty. I think they're content with just trying to get to these pit stops.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Typical is kind of running maybe 80% throttle, especially if you're maybe in your race gear too. A little fuel is a lot, especially 1 lap.
They have 43 to go here in stage number 3.
That's a lot of laps.
A lot of time to speed on pit road or get into the wall or blow a tire, which is possible here at Kansas. Those right fronts, they get tore up.
See, right now, this is where nobody's comfortable right here. Position of Scotty. Maybe when it starts getting about 5 to go, 5, 4, 3 to go before pit stops. They keep going low like that towards the apron. You have that momentum. Just take it on the outside, and you're going to gain those little spots. And time, that time adds up a lot, especially coming out of the pits.
Yeah, I certainly agree. You definitely got to kind of just take whatever you can get before the pit stops. Something that we've kind of seen trending too is it seems like the first pit stop you want to be the first man on, but the last pit stop you want to be the last man on. So, Not sure why that's working out that way, but we seen that kind of bite Hollywood there in stage number 2. And but he had been, he pitted early, cycled way back there. But Mike, on the other hand, I don't know, man. It's just some weird strategy going on here. I'm trying to piece it together. As all these guys, they got these 2 stops to get through, and that could be all the difference here. Like Henson, you see, he's just sitting out here, riding out front. If your pit stop allows you to get up there and be in that position where those guys just have to kind of ride behind you, that could win you the race, especially if we stay clean, kindly like we have been.
And I think Mike, he actually took 4 tires on his second stop, which actually made him lose all that time, versus a typical where he had such maybe a 2-second lead. I believe he only took right side or no tires to just have fuel only, or a little bit of fuel to make those mandatory 2 stops. So I think Mike's going to learn from that stage 1 and try to piece together something that he could make happen in stage 3 for the money stage.
Yeah, I agree there. These guys, I think... Oh, Typical gets a little bit of that wall. I think these pit stops, they might be happening about the next 5 laps for anybody. Should be, anyways. I think this is going to be probably our most interesting green flag stop of the day if it, everybody stays in order. Because I don't
know if you've taken an eye on the second pack. They're starting to get a little bit of racy back here. A little bit of side-by-side action, trying to make up spots. Especially if you're towards the 8th, 9th, 10th position, you need to make up those spots, because even being back in 9th position, that's about 9/10 to a second back from the leader. That's a lot of time, and you can't make all that up in one pit stop.
Yeah, that's for sure, especially with how good some of these guys get on and off pit road. I mean, literally no time to be gained, but all the time to be lost.
Yep. Really gotten a little bit on the wall right there. He's going to affect him, but that I still think he's going to be, or he may be coming down the pit. He's on the bottom of the track.
I think we might be seeing the 99 go down.
Yep, he is coming in the pits.
I'd imagine we start seeing these guys about the next 2 laps. And once again, I want to say this might be our most exciting stop of the day, considering all these guys are going to have to pit relatively together.
Yeah, and if they are all pitting at the same lap, or even half of them, they're going to be pushing as hard as they can. So, even if being a leader, you may be in the worst spot because somebody may push a 1 inch or a 1 foot too hard, and that will give you a little bit of bump and make you speed. I've had that happen to me plenty of times.
Oh yeah, that's something that could definitely happen. Maybe that's a look at pit road here.
Oh yep, Henson and Typical.
All right, so looks like Hollywood. No. Just
and
2.
DK, Middletown. They both get in about the same. Actually, Typical took the lead right there.
He did. Hollywood. Oh, sorry, got off the camera there. We're on with Scotty. Now we're on with Hollywood. Okay. It's him and MJ draws door to door. Their pit stops are going to be coming in here. I don't know. Maybe Hollywood looks like he could stretch it out there a little more. Maybe he's been saving that little extra lap.
Yep.
All right, him and Scotty.
Clean entry. Yep, here you go. They're going to start trying to cut in that front stretch right there, just to make up any time right there. At least a 10th, I believe that's worth. But they should be coming this time, I believe, the last couple cars. Or maybe next lap. They could be saying in the chat that they're pitting. That's why they're not signaling.
Yeah, I think these 2 are very much on the same page with how they're going to pit, so they just want to make sure they stay away from each other.
And that actually may be a better strategy, because staying out and you won't have that lower entry going into your next corner, which that keeps you on that high lane, and you're actually making up time by staying in that high lane and cutting low, coming out of 4, cutting into the pits. So even though it's a little bit, it's a lot. Means something.
MJ on the low side here. I'm not sure, maybe a speeding penalty or something, or maybe he went in later. But
No,
typical.
it looked like he's catching up to typical right there.
Yeah, okay. So typical though, he's the man on the strategy right now. Looking at Hollywood and Scotty.
They're coming out of pitch right now. They got big momentum right there, 10 car. As they're duking it out for about second in that second pack right there. Yeah, staying out really affected them right there. Mike's still trying to find a spot on the top as she finally fits in. And see, for Billy, he pitted 2 laps before everybody, and he's up in 3rd place right now.
Alright, so Scotty and Hollywood, they don't cycle in that great. That makes typical your leader. Puts DK in 2nd, Billy in 3rd. So Billy finally gets a little bit out of that traffic off the early pit stop.
Yeah, you see Billy don't want to go too low because then he's going to leave that door open as he gets in the wall right there.
Oh no. Not going to be a slide job for Henson either. He's going to lose another spot to MJ.
No, he was forced to go down there. It really affected him. I don't know if he got really any damage from that. But these cars are built like tanks, so it may be just a little bit of damage if so.
Okay.
I believe once you see about the 8 and the 99 car get up to typical, I believe. I don't know if Mike's gonna try to start making moves or just try to ride in line, because 2 car lengths back from the leaders is a lot, and he's just maybe banking on them pitting a couple laps before he can draft right up to the 10 car.
Getting a little shaky up front here. Some people want to know where Kenrod's at. He is kind of back here riding around. Not the greatest of events for him at the moment. But he does have company. Big Ben and G-Dog back there with him. Scotty and Hollywood really lost on that stop.
Yeah, especially Hollywood. I believe I think he's out of the draft right now.
Yeah,
he's going to need some checkups from Scotty or somebody else to make up a lot of make up time on them, just to catch the tail of the draft a little bit.
Yeah, I think Hollywood's going to have to maybe pit early to maybe try to combat this time lost.
Yeah, you see Scotty's trying to race side by side with Eneltown right there, just to trying to make up any spots.
Scotty's going to be clear. Going to be tight, though. That might have helped Hollywood a little bit out there. We got Alex back there helping Hollywood now. I think they might get up here.
Yeah, they're inching their way forward.
Got these guys ahead of them, fighting
racing
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that helped him out. He's got that draft. Listen, if Eneltown don't get in the wall right here, yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. He's gonna get back to the main pack if he just runs some clean laps. But he's gonna have to make quick work of Eneltown, because if he tries to take too long trying to pass him, it may lose him some time and actually lose the next part of the draft and hopefully get lucky the next time.
Yeah, he definitely has got to push up on the 11 here. Oh, he's going to try to make a move. He's going to put a slide job here on the 11. Make it tight on the exit.
Major slide job. Oh, I believe they're both in the wall right there.
Oh, that hurt him. That hurt him.
It was an aggressive move, and I believe he needed to make that aggressive move, but it just didn't work right there.
That's definitely one he had to try. I mean, all hope is not lost. They still got cars ahead, side by side up here. They did.
Yeah, the pay window is open, so it may start getting dicey, and they
Hollywood tries it again.
Start racing. Eddie Sticks.
Oh.
Eneltown looking. He's looking.
Eneltown might not like that. At least his car didn't. I agree. We were not making passes like this on Tuesday, Milky. Oh, DK up into the wall a little bit here into turn 1. All right, all these guys fighting to that last pit stop now.
Yeah, I think Mike is he's just betting on the 99 car and the 8 car to pit a little bit earlier than typical, and they could just draft right up to them. Other than that, they're kind of losing time. Scotty's giving a little bumper to Henson right there. I don't know if he's telling him something right there. He's got to make something happen. As he sees a little bit of gap, he's just trying to make up all the spots right there, I believe.
All right, so Scotty goes back to the rear of this front pack, puts him in 7th. Quick look through your top 5. It's going to be typical DK, Billy, Mike, and Henson. Got Jason and Scotty right there in 6th and 7th. Got 19 laps remaining. We'll start seeing some guys be able to go pit here in the next couple laps.
Yeah, the window is open right now.
And that's where
you would be kind of pushing it.
Yeah, you would be kind of pushing it. And so I think if somebody was to pit this lap, they could make it. But like you said, it would be kind of pushing it a little bit. Next lap would be a for sure deal. As you see, Billy, he did pit earlier, so like than everybody else, so he's going to have to go in, I think. And that might be a consequence to maybe trying to gain some track position there earlier. We'll see how that works out for him.
Yeah, DK shouldn't be too much far behind him coming into the pits with Billy. I believe in the next lap or so he's going to be coming.
I think we might be looking at Jason's signal in the pit here. Don't know if he was just trying to move there or what. Typical. Oh, sorry, that wasn't typical. That was Henson and MJ looking to get down for their pit. Jason also in there with them.
Oh, Jason. Oh, Jason. Into both of them.
He did. He plowed them both up through there.
Oh, no. I hope they didn't speed. Because he got into both of them. Oh, that'd be heartbreaking if they both sped right there.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking.
We'll have to see.
I think we got everybody else looking to pit now.
Those are 2 heavyweights right there that was going to contend for the win if they did speed.
We're looking at them as everybody starts to come back down pit road here.
Nope, all 3 of them are good. They're all coming back on the track. What a surprise. Good. Now, as Mike takes the lead.
Mike takes the lead there. I don't know if all these guys behind them got on pit road cleanly. Billy coming out to the lead maybe.
Yeah, Scotty, Typical, and Hollywood are all in the pits, and DK as well. We're going to see how they all come out of the pits.
All right, so Billy comes out ahead of the guys who pit behind him.
Oh man, I think we got some breaking news. I believe Typical may have sped. All the other cars came out of pit road.
I think I got word that he might have got a little push in there.
As well. Oh man, this is anybody's race right now for the win. Billy's in the lead. Yeah, Mike's on those fresher tires. I believe he's gonna try to jump on this as fast as he can to try to get the lead, because he knows those two, that pack behind him is gonna catch up to him once they start drafting together.
All right, biggest shuffle of the top 5 all day. Billy, your leader right now after the last pit stop in stage number 3. MJ in the 4, though, working up on him hard. Then you got Henson, DK, and Jason rounding up your top 5. And Scotty is just
peeking
off there in 6th.
Oh, he's looking. He's looking.
Looking big move here by the 4. He dove her way down there for this slide job. He's going to be way clear. But he's going to get a bump. He's going to get a bump. Yep, he got it.
It's Henson. I don't know if this is the right move. It may clog up real fast. Unless he could get 2 for 1 right here.
Oh,
Actually, there's a gap.
Yep, he could get up behind the 4 there.
Oh!
That was tight. All right, these guys know it's coming down to it. There is a burnout rule on the line here tonight.
Yeah, but DK's going to try to make it stick. And he plows it right in there. He said, "This is my spot. You ain't taking it from me."
He took the Yoda sign off of that 18, but he got it in there.
Oh, they're going to start getting tight. They're pushing every inch as close to that wall as they can.
We are getting down to it here as they have 10 to go right now with that burnout rule.
I don't know if DK has the car to make it happen, but he's in the prime spot. All it takes is one slide job coming to the last lap.
Ooh, Scotty back there getting a little trouble.
There's that move I was telling you about. He faked him low, but now 18 is in the prime position for the high side right here in the preferred lane.
Yeah.
DK's gonna get stuck. And I told you, don't get too comfortable here.
There might be a spot. Nope, he's just gonna hang out. He's going to drop all the way to the back. Oh, we're 3 wide here with Jason. He's going to bump Scotty down to the low side. He's going to put DK right in the middle. Where's he going to go? Scotty, the big winner there. Looks like Jason's going to be looking to go back to the rear.
Yeah, this should be all good.
Oh, we're not clear here. That was close combat there.
Still side by side.
Just going to have to give that one up. MJ, your leader over Henson at the moment. Billy up to 3rd here.
This has been probably one of the 2 of the fastest cars taken away, typical as well. But they've been running up front all day, and he's gonna try to make that move happen right there. He's peaking.
Oh, it's gonna be tight there. Oh, maybe a little bit of wall. This is starting to turn into a 4-car battle.
As I think that may send a message to Mike to maybe run a little bit higher coming off that exit of 4.
So we've got 7 to go. 6 to go right here.
Yeah, this is probably the highest they've been up off the front stretch all race. Just trying to protect it.
All right, looks like we're brewing down. Can MJ be a 4-time winner here in Season 3? As he is leading late here at Kansas. It's your Ruthless Racing Pro Series. And make sure you hit that like button for us. Subscribe. Check out SKU Car, SKU2 with 2 O's. And MinaPeach.com. Use code RR11 to save 11% off your order. We're coming down to the money laps. 5 to go.
Yeah, I think Scotty's tired of running behind this 99. He's going to try to make a move. He's got a gap ahead of him, so if there's a move to be made, it's probably right now before he catches it back up to the 18, which I don't think he's going to have any time to make that happen.
All right, we're on board with the 18 here as these laps are ticking down. 4 to go when they cross the line. Jason and DK not too far off here. Sorry.
Also, another move you can make coming off of 4 is try to fake. If you could actually, if you see how they're coming very high off that exit, close to that wall in the front stretch, maybe fake high and then just cut all the way to the apron, and you're making up feet right there, and that adds up. And if you're side by side by their door going into turn 1, you can make a slide job happen. But that's just a few options you could just look into. But he has to get closer, a little bit closer to him as 3 to go.
See DK, or I'm sorry, I keep calling him DK, but he's in the 8. In the 3 here, Scotty. He is trying to make something work there in 3 and 4. Couldn't quite get it to go. There won't be much more time to work with once these guys get around this time, though. It'll be 2 to go.
He's going to have to rough him up here. Yeah, you just need a gap ahead of him. I don't think it's going to make it happen. Hey, final 2 laps. Anything could happen, though. We got the top 4. Even 5th place could win if they get collected up.
Yeah, this thing could get 4 wide coming down the backstretch next time.
Yeah, Hinton may be looking for a run right here, kind of backing up, because this draft is so thick. You could have a big run coming to the front stretch. I prefer making the slide job kind of out of 3 and 4 instead of 1 and 2.
Yeah, here we go. Move to the inside for Hinton. It'll be 1 to go, presented by Skew Car. They'll be drawing door to door as they come through 1 and 2, sorry. And Hinton is down to the low side, won't be clear. He's got, big smash there into the back of the 18. And that's going to be
out of gas.
It could have been out of gas. Scotty.
What is Billy going to do?
Okay, we'll get on board with MJ. Billy coming up to him. Can Mike be the 4-time winner in Season 3? And he will, with Billy working all the way up into 2nd place after a hard day and a hard fight. Hollywood, the biggest loser of the day, I think, maybe, as he was the pole sitter. And then we didn't see much of him after that last pit stop. Maybe Holly's speed at one point. And this will come down to the burnout. And we will get it on stream this week for you, Mike. Don't worry. We got you. I missed it last week.
Yeah, I'd seen the 18 go low, but I don't know if he was trying to get out of the way go low or actually, I don't know if he's going to do his burnout here. Getting close to the line. But, yeah, the 18 was going low on the apron. But I felt like if he was trying to get out of the way more lower, he could have got a little bit more lower. But I think he's just, at that point, you're just hoping everybody else ran out of gas.
There we go. I think he's done pretty good. You know, like I always tell people, I'm like, this is for the driver, not the audience, but it is still cool. And it looks a lot cooler to him, I promise.
Yes, it does. It's a good feeling whenever you're the only one doing the burnouts.
All right, so it looks like Billy, then Scotty. So we'll get Scotty, Billy, and Mike in here. We'll get them all talked to. J-Way, pretty good at asking questions. I think I might let you take over these interviews.
I'll try. I mean, I don't know if I'm good at interviews, but we'll see. We'll see.
It was certainly a good one here tonight from Kansas as it finishes up for your Ruthless Racing Pro Series with Mike winning his 4th race of the campaign. And Billy working really hard to get back up there to 2nd. And Scotty just fortunately gets around some incident there on the last lap and grabs 3rd. But he did make some trying efforts with some slide jobs in the last 5 laps. But nonetheless, works out for 3rd for him. So everybody just hang out. We'll get those post-race interviews underway. Thanks to Skew Car, Skew2 with 2 O's on YouTube. Also, MinaPeach.com. Use code RR11 for 11% off your order on MinaPeach.com. Shout out InnoTown for that. Just hang out, hang loose. We'll get those interviews underway. All right, these guys start to join. Got Scotty B driving the 3 tonight, getting the 3rd position. Man, there's a hell of a race out there. Let's see what Jay Wells got for you. See what, pick your brain a little bit on what that race was like.
Yeah, as we're getting our top three coming into the booth right now, I believe we're going to start with the third place finisher of JCR Scotty. I know you were trying to make some moves there towards the end, trying to get to third place because third place, you're kind of just right there waiting for second place to make a move. As you've seen, Henson ran out of fuel there. I believe he ran out of fuel. But just talk about your race, how you're trying to get past the third place and then end up seeing what happened with the 18 there towards the end.
Yeah, I had fresher tires in the top three, top four. Well, really, me and DK had fresher tires than everybody. And the draft is just so strong on that high line. You, no matter what you do, if you have 2 or 3 cars lined up, you can have 18 lap fresher tires and try to pull that slide job, and it's about impossible to do. And Henson, he lost the rear end of the car trying to dive it in there, so it kind of, you had to check up.
Okay.
I got into him, but I still got the third spot out of it. So I mean, it was a decent race for me. I need a little more points than that, being a part-time driver, but I can deal with it. We'll get them at the next one.
Yeah, you ran a pretty solid race all race, and you were there trying to get all the stage points, get a solid finish in there. And you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Well, yeah, my JCR crew.
Oh yeah.
I really ain't talked to y'all much lately, so I've been working a lot of overtime. So I hope y'all are doing well. And once again, thank all these guys for having me in here and letting me be a part-time driver. It's a good group. I just hate the fact that I missed some of my favorite races. I think I'm going to end up missing another road course, since that seems to be my best chances right now. All these guys are super fast, so these 1.5 miles, 2 mile tracks, they're all
stay away on road courses. Stay away.
Yeah, I will. I won't have the chance to race too many, but these guys make it fun. It's nothing but pure joy out there. Not really anything I can complain about. Everybody's seen the race make pretty good over here.
Hey, well, good run.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
But as always, thanks for racing with us, Scotty.
Oh yeah, I'll be around.
All right. We got our second place finisher, HMS Speed Clinic, aka Billy. I'm pretty sure it's Billy. Am I correct or no?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, yeah, that's a legend. Anyways, yeah, you were there back in the pack in the traffic at start of stage 3, and I know you were running up front there for the first couple stages, but then something must have happened. You worked your way back, and somehow you had to work some strategy just to get up through the front, because I believe you're about 9th, 10th place around that area, and you pitted a short pit a little bit earlier to make up that track position and end up getting to around 2nd, 3rd, and you stayed up there pretty consistently after that first pit stop. How'd your car feel towards the end of the race and towards that finish? Did you think you had a shot coming to the finish?
Oh yeah, car was pretty good. I kind of throw the setup in from the old car. Didn't really practice a whole lot. Didn't have time. Car was a little bit tight, and just had to make a few adjustments on pit road there. And yeah, I think Henson. Something happened with Henson there when we was in a line. I think I was like 4th or 5th there, and something about his TV or something happened, and he wound up walling me there and kind of shot me back a little bit. And I was running like 8th or 9th place, I believe. And I said, well, the only shot I got is just try to get some track position. So I short pitted there, was able to get back up there in the top 3 or 4 there, and short pitted again right there, and just. Those guys were on a little bit fresher tires, and I knew if I could just get in the draft, I'd be fine. But I felt like if I would have maybe pitted 1 lap later and I was pitted with Mike, I might have had a shot there at the very end. But car was pretty good. Can't complain. Come away 2nd. I'll take it.
Did you think you had to do anything different there towards the end to try to make passes, or you're more of the defense mode, having Scotty behind you coming there at the end?
No, not really. I figured it was going to be, with Henson behind Mike there. I figured Henson might try to do a dive bomb or something right there, and I was hoping those guys might touch a little bit, and maybe I could just drive by them. But I was going to let those guys kind of race it out and just to see what happened. I wasn't gonna do anything crazy there at the end because I just wanted a good finish.
Yeah, good finish you did get, finishing second place. So you got anything for Billy?
Yeah, man. Just thanks for always coming over and racing with us. And it's always good to see what you're gonna do next to try to get up there and be in contention.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you guys doing this.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we got a race winner, Mike Bross, or Mike RPM as I like to call him. Man, you had the car all race. You and Typical and Henson were all running up there top three, and you were solid through pit stops and everything. You may have had a little bit of trouble coming off that last, I believe it was second to last or last pit stop. You had a little bit of traffic, but you had to work your way back up through it. And yeah, you were in the spot and you made it happen.
Yeah, what's up, Jay? Well, good to see you up here. But yeah, that was an interesting race. Just seemed like I had a decent car, but I couldn't figure out the right time to pit. And this Henson typical were nailing it every time. And that last stop, I had to pit with the 18, and he signaled that he was coming. And when we went in turn three, he said, "I'm pitting," and he jumped to the bottom, and I jumped to the middle lane. And he might be a little upset with we banged doors there getting into pit road, but hey, I mean, you're gonna call it last minute like that. I got to send it down in there too. I'm trying to win the race, so I think that basically was what got us track position there, and I just got a really good run on Billy and was able to throw a slider early in that run, but I don't know. I thought the 18 was for sure going to get me. He was a handful those last 5 or 7 laps. Um, he's just getting crazy runs, especially on the front stretch. But just lucky to get the win there as well.
Yeah, everybody. I was telling Stu about how everybody's got to protect. If you're the leader, you got to protect that. When you're coming off of four, you got to protect that outside of your front stretch because if you think you're comfortable and somebody could just peek their nose up to the outside, and next thing you know, you lost 3, 4 spots just because you weren't just keeping your eyes out behind you. And but you were pretty solid. I was wondering what strategy you were doing different in stage one. I believe you must have taken 4 tires there on
Yeah,
the second stop.
that was the dummy move. Yep, got that mulligan out of the way. Came out, I was like 11th, and I was like, okay, I guess I did something wrong. Shouldn't have took tires, but uh, figured it out in the end. So I'm all right with it.
Yeah, you had a pretty solid race. Stu, you got anything, bro?
Yeah, 4 wins to match that car number for you on the year now. And any shout outs?
Guys, always shout out my. I know Scotty shout out the JCR bunch. I got to shout out my OG Midnight Crew group of guys that are always watching the races. So shout out to the boys as usual.
Hey, man. Well, as always, thanks for racing with us. And another win for you on the season. Looking really good.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate y'all being up in the booth tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, Jay, well, in the booth with me tonight. Such a pleasure. Haven't done it since I think the Dash for Cash with FTR a little while back. But always pleasure to have you up here. Like I said, you can always join. But anything you got for anybody out there about the race or anything really before we go?
I mean, the racing is pretty solid. Anytime we come to Kansas, I know it's maybe a train running up on the outside, but there's just little details you got to pay attention to. Just like I was explaining during the race that maybe the average viewer didn't know, but I was trying to give you the thought process of what I would see in the race during what we were watching. But other than that, it was a solid race. We got a couple of little wrecks in there, and yeah, Mike came home with a win in 18. He tried to pull some, but from what I was hearing, he got a little loose and almost had some calamity there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, great event here for us, and next week Ruthless Racing will be off. No races next week for Ruthless Racing, so just keep your eyes peeled for maybe some pub lobbies streaming that we'll be doing. But FTR, I think, will still also be scheduled for Wednesday, so you can catch that on here. And make sure you hit that like for us tonight and subscribe so you can be partially entered for that diecast giveaway coming in a couple weeks at Bristol in the Ruthless Racing Pro-Am Series. But without further ado, thanks to JWoww and all of you who watched us, all the racers. Good race there by MJ, Mike RPM, Mike, however you want to refer to him. Second, Billy, and then third going to Scotty B. All right, that'll be all for us here at Ruthless Racing tonight. Y'all have a great and wonderful weekend. And as always, watch football and rock on, race on, Ruthless Racing.